Jacksonville, Florida. Supposed neutral ground for these two old rivals. Not a lot of distance separates the two, and when they come here for this clash, it can define a season, no matter what's happened before or what might happen after. Glad to have you with us from TIAA Bank Field, home of the Jaguars in the heart of Duval in Jacksonville, Florida. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Florida Gators. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The inside handoff. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs obviously with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you've played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Here's the handoff. Fouls through the defense. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. A low line drive and short kick. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Cook. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
The Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. Somehow got the screen into that traffic. And the defense settled in. He stopped that one for a short gain. Now on 2nd down. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
Both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory?
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs had Marcus Stroud and Richard Seymour, 2 first-round picks at D-tackle. Coach Spurrier called Red Snoopy, which was a quarterback sneak. I didn't get it. He called it again on 2nd down. I didn't get it. Called it again on 3rd down. I didn't get it. On 4th down, he subbed our running back who came in the huddle and says, Red Snoopy, jump over the top, idiot. And we scored a touchdown.
That is great. That is phenomenal.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going to let it go. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Takes the grab. It's Daniels. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the 1st down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Here's a heat. And they are knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage as the defense declaws the Wildcat. The Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run it from the gun. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. You always hear put it on the tight end's body, Jesse, but with this guy, you don't have to all the time.
No, he's got long arms, Reese, and he's athletic. I mean, this guy can jump. He can go vertical. He can go horizontal. And that, my friend, was a stab. That was incredible.
Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quickly out to the tight end. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Touchdown, Florida! The offense cashing it in on that drive. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big body frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Quarterback may change this route. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over. Nice job.
Going to swing it on second down. Sets up the screen. Ripping off a good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush. Hit him with the screen and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job, because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback, because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Out of the gun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
They'll run the option. Good pickup on that one. They will stop him short of the line to gain, and now we'll see what they do on 4th down from the 17. to keep that smooth leg swing going for the second time today. This one from 34 yards out. Dead center perfect. That brings him to within 1.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. And the Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Bettis. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Back has it. Floating away. It's complete to the right. Breaks into the open. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Lowers those pads.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line, guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Looking to throw on first down. Hit as he throws. Finds a man on the left. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Touchdown, Georgia! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Mr. Two Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt, the striped tie, and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
He's got it. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? That big play, a perfect example of why receivers relentlessly work on the release.
Yeah, work on that release, work on their hands getting by the DB. When I'm getting that press man and he's up in my face, man, that is a hard assignment if I don't really get my hands on the receiver. And he wins off the line of scrimmage. The quarterback finds him, sees man coverage, makes a big play.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Gator. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Baylor is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Robert Griffin III, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kansas. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Cook. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's White. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Spins away from the defense. Turning on the Jets. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
He wants to throw it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down and goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Throws to the wideout. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Another incompletion on third down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting him free.
Right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Coming out with it, it's Abrams. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Gators are in the hurry up. Back to pass on second down. He's taking the shot. He's got it down the left. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Up-tempo for the offense.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And the Gators will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Kick is in the air. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll try the outside to the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for it.
It falls incomplete, and man, did they think they had that one set up, and it didn't quite work. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. But it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
They'll start this drive from the 42. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He's got him wide open. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
That is a total bust by the defense. You can't go out there with 6 DBs and allow a wide receiver to be that wide open, make the catch, and then even make a nice run after it. Somebody made a big mistake in the back end.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Extending the play. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Bettis. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. To the ground. He's got it again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida!
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a one-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. Wants to pass. And he snatches it and comes down in the end zone for the 2.
And it's more common to throw for the two-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice two-point conversion.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Look out, he's got room. Makes a pass to Marker.
They did a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cook. And he uses a stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. With the catch, it's Wiley. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He'll throw it. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Dogs! A great catch and run for 6.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Takes a shot as he lets it go. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots, way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Boy, he almost finished his half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped. They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Bryant. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Now on the option. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Back has it. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Now on first down from the 28. They'll ride the hot hand. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just got you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical.
Unfortunate with that incompletion, the quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Right on the money. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that.
Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play there inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And the Bulldogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and you can tell the quarterback breaks a little bit, and he starts moving and tries to throw a little bit across his body. And why is that dangerous? You're not accurate. You're not accurate with the football when you do that. You can tell it wasn't close to being a completion. He's got to do a better job setting his feet, making a clear, concise, good throw.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where you're...
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat's going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Ford. Can't get him to the ground. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for the pass.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And the Gators want to pick up the tempo.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him.
Looking to take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Using his legs, it's Bettis. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Pulls it in. It's Bettis.
I love running the angle route, whether it's on first down, second down, third down. It's a really good route. It's a safe route. Just takes a little bit of timing over the middle of the field. But, hey, again, getting it to a playmaker in space, always winning.
Handoff to the lone back. Past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention with a Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. It'll be 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Making side adjustments here. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but you've got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, try to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
Wide open downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks in Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Play of the quarter coming. Power football with the run. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. doesn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Central Michigan has the lead right now. Mount Pleasant has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over Buffalo. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Offense gets set for second down. Just feeds the running back. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is...
He'll off one deep down the left side. Makes the grab inside the 30. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. The offense set for a first down play. Out of the gun, the running back has it. There he goes. And he's wrestled to the ground. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Oh, he can't hang on. And those arms might have favored an alligator there. And it'll be third down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
It's a draw. They make the stop right at the 34-yard line, standing tall to keep them from converting on third down. Fourth down coming. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And on the heels of that last big play now, you'd love to keep the momentum going and score.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
To the air on second down. They get to him as he throws. Picked off. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains.
I got to tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, not with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that fumble.
And I think the QB breathing a big sigh of relief. You thought you made a game-changing pick, but how about flying to the football, like you said, making the tackle, getting the football out, recovering it, and, you know, getting a first down. That's how you do it.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Now the pass is incomplete. The flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone. Defense gave them a free one on that one. It's now 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Trying to make magic with his feet.
Well, they tried to get this quarterback going, running the ball in a variety of ways. They haven't really been able to kind of break him out just yet until that run right there. Nice individual effort on the scramble. It took a little longer than they would have liked, but maybe that's the play that's really going to sort of spark this offense and really maybe get this guy going more on the ground.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. The give on the inside.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Murray. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator! Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. They want to throw it. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Rasmussen. He'll try to do it himself. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. They'll move the tight end. On the direct snap, it's Daniels. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first downs. So you have to be able to run.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle, it's Riley. Still running up the 40. It's a seam wide open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia.
Man, how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. The Gators in the hurry up. Lost to fire on second down. He'll pull it down. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Sends it back in motion. Here comes the heat. Snagged in the middle. It's Jackson. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Gators are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Complete to the left. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He makes a grab. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house it, but the defense tackles him at the 3. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. Trying to pound their way in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped at just short. And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. Barrels ahead. They just needed inches. Instead, they lost 3 feet. What a play by the defense.
And what a tremendous surge by the defense there on 3rd down in a goal line situation, getting penetration, getting the tackle for loss. Now sets up 4th, and it's decision time here if you're on offense.
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Powers forward. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida!
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Baylor is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Robert Griffin III, and they are right back in this. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Kansas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Ben?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On the direct snap, it's Rasmussen. Turning it on! He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Yeah, it's make or break time for his defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Rasmussen. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And obviously, getting the completion, it's a killer. They get a new set of downs. You got to find a way to make a play now. The saving grace, I guess, Jesse, is he ran out of bounds and stopped the clock, so at least the clock isn't running.
Yeah, and David, it's just a situation right now defensively. I think you just got to take more chances, right? You may have to blitz. You may have to sell out. You might risk giving up a big play, but it's just so critical at this juncture of the game that you're able to retake possession and give yourself a chance to win.
On the snap, it's Daniels. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get it first.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
Timeout, Georgia.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Rasmussen.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who could run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
He got nowhere, but now it's decision time. It's third down. Listen, if I go get this first down, there's a good chance this ball game's over. The clock's going to run out. So how aggressive do I want to be on this third down?
Well, I want to be aggressive if I'm on defense. You could tell in these last couple of plays, they've been selling out, putting a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, anticipating the offense, trying to run the football, trying to bleed the clock. Now, I'd get after this quarterback. I'd be anticipating throw here. Just send the blitz and really dictate to them and give yourself an opportunity to win.
Another chapter of this rivalry in the books, and this one goes to the Dogs, who hunkered down and took out the Gators. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.